recap for those of you joining us and for my team, because it's always good to have a quick recap. What happened last week was the group ventured out to the outskirts of Sandpoint Village into the woods, having met up with Shalelu, a elven ranger. She explained how there is a hobgoblin, a bugbear, who is amassing an army, and this bugbear might be tied in with what's going on with Sandpoint. Our Rain was given a book by Amiko that talked about some kind of crazy thing happening up in this city, in this fortress called Thistletop, where there are a number of goblins. So the party ventured up there, going through all these different vines. They came across a fiery panther, right? It was like on fire, and this goblin that also spoke Druidic, which kind of threw Rain for a loop a little bit. And then between Rain and Nexon kind of communicating with the goblin, they found out that there's a war chief who's leading the goblins deeper in this tower, in this fortress. And if they are able to kind of stop the war chief, the goblins will kind of dissipate. If they get rid of the bugbear and the war chief, the town won't have to really worry about any more goblin raids. And that's where we pick up. Let me just throw this over to everyone so everyone could see themselves. We pick up back on Thistletop, having just not so much befriended, but became a neutral ally with this goblin Gormut.
On over that bridge.
Yes. Let's go. Follow me.
You should be careful.
Okay. Let's follow me.
Follow behind Crut. So if we need to talk to him.
Kalodi, jankling along with his wooden joints clicking, walks up to the druid, who we've agreed will come and hopefully speak to some of the goblins. Is someone chopping wood? Is he asleep? I grab the goblin and I begin to shake him. Wake up! Stop nodding at me! Good. Now listen. We can't guarantee exactly what's going to happen when we go in there, right? So until we need you, I'm going to put you in here, okay? Oh, yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Just hold your breath. Okay, here we go. Wait. Kalodi opens his gut and sort of tries to cram it into the space. However, there's a large spear in there. Kalodi kind of takes it out and he says, I don't need this. Throws it to the ground and then puts him in.
The goblin, as Kalodi's shoving the goblin in, the goblin yells out in goblin, and it's kind of making eye contact with Nexus, like, help, please help.
Yeah.
Door slam shut.
We'll just kind of back in goblin say, "Oh, you'll be fine. It's okay."
Don't worry about it.
Kalodi then walks forward.
So you've shoved a druidic goblin into Kalodi's chest. Wonderful.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. And again, if you love these miniatures, thank you, Hero Forge. But yeah, so this little druidic goblin is jammed up in there. As the party moves forward, you could start to see, you hear the water and the breeze from the ocean as the party continues to move forward up into Thistletop. Poor goblin. Oh man, super sad about him.
He's fine. We'll need him later.
It'll be a great surprise when Open up. There's a goblin.
Surprise!
I suppose he's shielded as long as there's no fire.
That's true.
All right. Well, let's see if we can find this bugbear that we're on the hunt for. I don't like the idea of crossing this bridge. It's going to give us a lot of visuals, but we're going to be very vulnerable.
And we can just sort of expect.
Really fast. Sorry.
Hmm?
So at this point, you can kind of hear a lot of seagulls as you've come in closer and closer to the edge of this bridge. And looking across the bridge, looking at the bridge is rickety. This bridge is the rope bridge spans the gulf between the cliff and a roundish flat top island, some 60 feet out into this water. Thick patches of nettle and briar grow here atop the island, but most impressive is a wooden one-story stockade. So that's like the fortress that they were staying on. 2 30-foot tall watchtowers kind of flank the stockade, but they're crumbling. They're not really kept made up. The rope bridge itself is made of hairy rope, thick wooden planks. The whole thing creaks and sways in the wind above the churning surf, some 85 feet below. Across, you can hear gulls, like, just losing their mind. Just, gah, gah, gah.
Can we see, like, anyone else in the tower? Like, maybe they're perched on the crumbling something.
So, across, what you see... and they really haven't noticed you because you're still kind of sticking back and they seem to be doing something. There seem to be 3 goblins just and they all seem to have some kind of other attention. Two of the goblins seem to be holding ropes, and the ropes go off into the air. And it's kind of above the tree line, so you would have to like move out to see visibly exactly what they're holding the ropes onto. And the third goblin's kind of like pointing at them and telling them to do stuff.
Should we just ask our friend in Kalodi what's going on?
Yeah. Yes. That's a brilliant idea.
Before we step out onto a bridge that people can cut.
I mean, I can run really fast across the bridge.
Let's see if we know what we're getting ourselves into.
Okay.
Kalodi says, wait, I got an idea. Hold on. Maybe this will work. Kalodi unscrews his head again and takes it off. And there's now a hole. Jared, does the goblin...
The goblin's in there. The goblin's upset.
Yeah, does the goblin stick his head through the hole?
The goblin is confused and is going to yell out the bottom.
Come on! Out of here!
So you could see its like little ears kind of perk up, and its little football head trying to get through the hole, and some of it's gotten through and still kind of peeking down like a shy turtle.
Come on, feller.
And it finally picks its head out and looks at everyone, and now it's Kalodi with goblin head on its shoulders, and it looks at Nexon and Rain as the 2 people who it could communicate best with, and it says to Nexon, why you let this happen?
Kalodi's body is moving to gesture, like the same as he's talking.
We just wanted to, keep you safe and all that, and
safe. This what?
I mean, he probably should have asked first, but my fellow is more of a man of action than talk.
There's a lot of spiky things in here.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. We are at the bridge, and there's a group of goblins at the other side, and thought maybe you could help us out with, if we can get into this area without alerting the Longshanks, we have a better chance of overthrowing them.
Oh, you need me to talk to them?
Yeah.
Can I see them? I can't. And it's kind of like
Kalodi,
it's like turning around in the body of Lodi.
Oh, they're on the other side of the bridge.
Oh, sure, I'll talk to them. And then it's kind of like kicking inside Kalodi's chest.
oh yeah,
You hear-
Kalodi will follow.
So-
All the instruction, yeah.
So-
It's a mech.
It's a mech.
Goblin mech.
Mac Goblin.
It's a mech goblin. So Kalodi getting up to the edge of the bridge, steps on, and the bridge. And you can now hear the goblins, and I'm assuming Kalodi's holding, like, kind of like, the headless horseman's holding his head.
Oh, you know what? Kalodi, before he leaves, he'll give the head to Malvolo. Malvolo will be like, "You are an embarrassment."
So as the mech goblin at this point gets up to the bridge creaks, and across, the goblin falls down and goblin what's going on over here? And one of the other goblins answers back and says, Gormit? He says, yeah, I'm Gormit. Look at me. I am bigger than Rip Nugget. And the other goblin, one talking, not holding strings, the two others were holding strings, looks and says, what is going on over there? I'm confused. And Gormit's like, listen, Gilbog, you gotta let me across. I have some prisoners, and I'm supposed to take them to Rip Nugget. We gotta get across. Gilbog looks at the other two goblins, and they start to talk. Gilbog pulls out a knife and starts to try to saw at the rope, and it's not working. You can see he's like sawing at it, and Gormit looks over and is like, listen, Gilbog, do not cut this rope. Look at my suit. I am the captain now. You will let me do what I need to do. Let me across with my prisoners. And Gilbog looks over and says, nope, I don't trust you, Gormit. Rip Nugget didn't say anything.
Kalodi's body's gonna start running towards them.
Okay.
Be terrifying at all.
Yes.
Is this
So-
all in Goblin?
Some of it's in common, some of it's in goblin. Everyone can kind of make out that they're yelling at each other, and from your angle, you and Rain can see that like Gormit is now like panicking, and Kalodi's starting to run across the bridge.
I told you we should have started running. Start bolting.
So Kalodi gets about halfway across the bridge, and you're okay, but the bridge is like cracking and creaking as you get across. But you kind of run up to the edge of the bridge, and you can see Kalodi's like halfway across. Gilbog seems to be like trying to saw, and it's not working. And he looks over at the other one, and then he's like, give me a new knife, this one's terrible. And the other goblin takes the knife and goes, no, look, and stabs the third one, who is still holding rope. And the other goblin's like, ah!
At least they're
It's still sharp.
Yeah, and so Gormit is just yelling frantic things, and now in common you can hear Gormit says, run cross now.
It's time to go.
Oh yeah, I
Start
run.
running.
Scurry.
Rain
Yep,
will put it
run.
across.
Is there any way Krut can grab Cassandra and Exon in each of his hands and start bolting?
Would that be something Cassandra and Nexon would be allowing?
Sure.
Yep.
Time to go!
Yes.
I'm gonna just like make myself look streamlined and also like a superhero.
Aerodynamic.
Hands out.
Yeah.
So
And then
Claudia-
with glowing divine lance in each hand, like a cannon.
Fires missiles.
So at this point, Kalodi has made it mostly across the bridge. Well, Kalodi's body. Rain is about halfway. Brut carrying Nexon and Cassandra is kind of behind. And Marvolo, where are you? Have you decided to start coming forward?
Malvolo will kind of like hesitantly, start to cross. More like just like I'll wait for them to kind of get over halfway before I decide to jump in.
Awesome. So, getting across many of Rain, as you're kind of like halfway across, and now you see Clutch holding the two friends, you start to realize that the rope bridge is swaying harder and is sinking. As it's not really made to handle all this weight all at once. It's more or less made for goblins, and everyone's just kind of running across. Everyone has kind of one action to quickly do something
How
before
do
we
you
start
get
to
the
make
water?
noise.
Is the water like? Is it a river going underneath? Well, I mean, obviously going very quickly underneath us. Is it deep? Can we see the bottom?
You're 80 feet above the water.
Oh, 80.
80. Sorry, I apologize. You're about 80, 85 feet up. Yeah.
And for those of us in Australia or places that don't use feet,
It's a lot.
a lot of feet.
A lot of
It's
meters.
hot.
A lot.
Seems like
Uh,
8 rains. 8 rains
yeah.
down.
Jesus.
That's a lot
That's
of
me.
rain.
I'm gonna
Standard
cross
measure.
guidance on Kret. Just be like, "Bee, you got guidance."
I like the new standard of measurement is now Rain's height. So it's about like 8 rains up.
Okay. That's it. We've coined it.
No
Seeing
unit
that
of measurement.
Cassandra has guided Krot, I'll just yell up to Rain, "Fate's on your side!" and cast Nudge Fate. Just on her.
I'm gonna reach for a high five across Kret for Nixon. But if she doesn't, I'm gonna bring my hand back.
I'm just gonna bring them both closer together while I'm running.
Alright, Rain, would you like to do anything?
Can I just charge across as fast as I can?
Yes, you may do
Just
that.
in pure panic. I don't want to fall. I don't like being up this high. I love the ground.
Sure. So Kalodi's kind of at the other end, and well, the Kalodi mech suit is at the other end. Rain, you're gonna charge across, and I'm going to need Rain and Krut to make reflex saves.
Oh,
Don't let me down.
we could definitely do that.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Great. Okay. Okay.
Awesome.
I'll take a 19. I'll take a 19.
Uh,
Happily. Hopefully. Maybe not happily. We'll wait to see the results.
Where do I find?
So just click
Where are the saves?
It's on
Sorry.
main, down below your AC.
Says reflex, fortitude,
Ah,
reflex.
yes,
Well,
yes. Okay.
Mario Kart music makes me think we're running across Rainbow Bridge or something.
Cool.
very
Which-
much.
Does not give me confidence.
Yeah, I'm just
So,
waiting for like
fear
Koopa
off.
Troopers to show up.
Goblins are my troopers. 17. Awesome. So you guys, because of all the bonuses everyone's getting between Nexon and Cassandra, Rain, as you run across, you're kind of at this point just plowing across. You're stomping out holes. As every step you take to push yourself further, you're just stomping more and more holes into this rickety bridge.
Oh no.
You get across with the Kalodi body. Krut and Nexon and Cassandra, you're mostly across, right? Marvolo, you see what's happening because whatever holes that Rain is stomping into the ground, Krut is also adding more holes as he's just powering through, just and Marvolo, you could see this happening.
So Malvolo is going to start walking now, and as he does so, he's just going to start conjuring small, like, it's almost like this glue that forms in his palm, and as it does, he just sort of very casually drops it where the holes are as he casts Tanglefoot Bag on the holes, and then I'm just going to step around them.
So you're slowly mending the holes as you go across.
Yeah.
Nice. So now I need something from Kalodi, from Rain, and my goblins. I need acrobatics checks from the goblins and Kalodi, which would just be basically to avoid Rain charging through everyone.
Acrobatics for everyone or just the goblins?
Just the goblins and Kalodi without his head.
Sorry, y'all.
Okay. Right. I just have to check something on Rain. Rain.
Sorry, was
got,
that a reflex or an acrobatics?
acrobatics? So you're just like
Okay.
you're at this point like kind of like not so much die. You don't know it's coming, so it's just kind of like you're trying to move out the way as fast and not stumble over your own 2 feet.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't
but just-
screaming as I was running across the bridge. Goblin bowling!
Yes. So my goblin sadly did not roll very well, but Kalodi did. So Kalodi's body is able to take a step to the side, but Rain kind of plows into the 3 goblins. Milbog, Bilbog, and Gilbog all get knocked back 5 feet from Rain as Rain kind of like takes center stage and pushes her way through. As you do that, Rain, you hear like just seagulls like as they all fly away, and the last Nexon and Cassandra, you look up and you notice that there were like 30 or so seagulls tied on like rope that they were holding on to, and they got released up into the air as Krut comes charging up and is on the ledge holding Nexon. But
Bit
now
of
you
information. Are these seagull? Were they trying to do a version of Up with seagulls?
kinda
James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah.
yeah. It's actually it's a very cruel game that goblins like to play. They capture seagulls and they then try to, it's like bowling except you throw rocks at seagulls to see how many you could kill with one rock.
Oh, that's way worse.
That's
Just,
a little
and
bit
just
worse.
like that, you've sentenced them all to death as Rain goes on a murderous rampage.
First, I thought it was an innocent game. Now they're terrorizing poor little pigeons. No,
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with this.
Um, so you've gotten across Rain, Kalodi, Krut, Nexon. Marvolo is slowly making his way across, which giving him a lot of time. He doesn't have to make a lot. He doesn't really have to make saves because he can see the holes that were punched through the ground, and he's kind of just mending the bridge, and the bridge is just swaying. So Krut, I'm assuming you put down Nexon and Cassandra.
Yep.
Yep. Big old yes. So at this point, Gilbog, Bilbog, and Milbog are knocked out onto the floor, just laying on the floor. Gormit is shocked that you guys got across. He was like, "Oh no, I sorry."
No, we're across. We're all fine. Well, soon. Still get Apollo still out there.
Look, I presume that we want to find our way back. It just seems a little strange to destroy the only bridge to this tiny island.
Well, we don't know if it was the only bridge. Also, I mean, we could have taken a seagull left? Balloon?
I don't know what you're talking about. Look at the bridge. It's in good condition.
Look back at the bridge.
Looking at the same thing.
It looks better now.
Listen, we'll figure out our way off this island once we get there. All right, but first we just needed to be here.
All right, I'll eventually catch up, I imagine.
So Gormit starts to yell at Nexon and Rain and Goblin and Druidic interchange. Says, "Grab!
Okay.
Oh, Krut, grab them.
Feeling inspired, just like the seagulls, I'll recreate that with the goblins and get some rope and
Try to tie them up."
yeah. I got him.
Right. So Krut, you grab up Bilbog. Rain, you've gotten Milbog.
Yeah.
And you need one more person for Gilbog.
I'll try grab somebody.
Yes. Sandra's
I was
in
gonna
the
say,
mix.
yeah, it's fine.
Go for it.
Cassandra
Kalodi will
and
help.
Kalodi tag team grabbing people. I like how Nexon's like, "Yes, do my bidding." So having grabbed the goblins, everyone's kind of putting them together, and Gormit's like, "Tie them up, quick! Tie them up! Tie them up! Keep them quiet!" Shh. And the goblins at this point are like, "What's happening?"
I'll gag them.
Yeah. Yes.
I put a tangfoot bag in their mouth and hit them in the chin.
Oh,
Bam!
Okay, let's be a little more gentle now, okay? They're prisoners already.
When I see that, I put a perfume bag in someone's mouth, and I'm just like, I know it tastes disgusting, but it's better than that.
It's like gum.
I'll just grab mine and grab a sword to the goblin's throat and like, you say anything, I'll slit it.
Jesus.
I'll just sneak up on walk up to the goblin Krut has and just pull out some like fabric and stuff and be like, I'm so sorry, and then I'll just gag the goblin.
So
He is no
now,
bedside manner.
Mine smells like potpourri, guys. It's amazing.
And tastes like it too.
oh no. So you guys have made your way across the bridge. You've wrangled and kind of tangled up these goblins. All three of them are just kind of like moaning and kicking on the floor. What you see in front of you is large double doors and this wooden stockade structure.
Okay.
And it's fairly eerily quiet besides the ocean waves You don't really hear any more seagulls. What would party like
Can
to
I?
do?
Can I set my goblin down? I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk to it. I'm gonna set it down. And be like, okay, you have a chance to be my friend. We could be a good, strong ally, but you have to be honest with me. Is there a bugbear inside?
And the goblin looks up at you and nods gently. And you can see Gormit standing, and the rest of the party, you can see Gormit's like just eyeball, like just giving the big eye to this little goblin's like,
So does it feel trustworthy?
yeah, you kind of got these 3 goblins held hostage. That they understand that usually a group of longshanks means bad things, and when the longshanks have control, it means bad things for the goblins.
Okay. Okay.
Did we notify Shalelu last session with the stone?
No, we decided to keep it until
Okay.
we question Radasmus.
Is I'll look at Gormat and say, is there another entrance or just these doors?
These doors are the easiest.
Malvola's gonna examine the door for traps.
Okay.
All right, let's see what we've got here.
While he's checking, I'm gonna say, because it's like very quiet now,
Mhm.
because all the seagulls are gone.
Yes.
I'm gonna say maybe we should hurry because isn't it gonna strike them as a bit odd that it's very quiet all of a sudden?
Oh. Rain is going to start making seagull noises. That's our initial reaction.
So
Their best-
Malvolo just watches for a few moments while rain begins to pour. I'm gonna let it play out for a little while, like an uncomfortable while, and then cast ghost sound and create the exact same noise of the seagulls in the air.
Why did you start with that? Why didn't you start? I'm gonna like kind of slightly like push him a little bit. Are you kidding me? You made me sound like that, and
I can't make you sound like anything, but that was amazing.
that was not amazing. And now
All
you're-
the reasons that I have woken up this morning, that by far has accommodated for all of the pain and suffering I have endured today.
you're gonna be the last one to cross the bridge again.
so besides the door itself being rickety and old and worn and worm eaten, you don't really see any traps. There is a large stink coming from the door, but besides that, no traps.
Okay, it appears as though that they have rigged it with a stink bomb. Either that or goblins just all smell like wet dogs soaking in pickle brine.
Very
I think that was one specific goblin.
Ah, yes. Okay. Well, it should be safe. But just in case,
Mhm.
Crut.
Kick it
Is,
down.
is it,
Well,
hold on
hold
just,
that thought.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a sec. Is there any hole that's big enough for Nyx to fit through?
Oh yeah.
I'll just like tear out a little chunk and like there is now.
I'll pull him out and be like, oh, all right, just go in there and then come back out and do your danger dance or your safety dance. And I'll send him in.
So Nyx, warily crawls into the hole and looks around and then comes out and does a quick danger dance.
Oh, all right. Well, there's something on the other side, so we should definitely be prepared.
What if we knock and in Goblin you tell them that we've got the seagulls ready?
That's
That
a
are-
brilliant idea.
All right. The rest of us should hide or get in like an attack formation. Yes, an attack formation. I know what those look like, I think.
This is a good idea.
Okay. I'll go hide in a bush.
You guys,
And I'll
Okay.
take my goblin
Stand
with
in
me.
front of the door.
I'm gonna wait right there behind the door. So when it swings open, I'm gonna be like kind of behind it.
every so often you hear the goal sounds. The group starting to throw the goblins. Is Gormit still driving Kalodi?
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking. Wanted to make sure. So who's gonna knock? Who will be the one to knock?
I guess I will.
So as you knock it, it kind of echoes. There's like a little bit of an echo, and having that hole that was like kind of ripped open a little bigger, there's a very wretched smell coming out of there.
And then Goblin will just yell, we got the goals ready, and we also figured out how to shut them up.
But I've made gull sounds.
They're just
Temporarily.
Minutes go by, nothing seems to respond to that, and those of you with goblins are just the goblins are kind of like chuckling to themselves. You could see them like kind of like making eye contact and like kind of moving their shoulders as if they're laughing.
I'm gonna take the gag out of mine and just, what's so funny?
Longshank's silly.
I'm
Bill
going.
Bog knows more than Longshanks. Longshanks think they're funny.
I'm gonna pick up the goblin and just ram him through the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it over to mine and say, "Aren't you glad you're my prisoner?"
Yeah, I mean, at that point, okay, Krut. So everyone can now, Nexon and Marvola, you hear Krut kind of stomping, boom, 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 as he comes running at the door, holding the goblin kind of like a battering ram.
I will step out of the way.
Yeah. Krut, roll a D8 on how much Krut damage you're now doing. Mayhem damage. That's what I'm gonna call this. It's just mayhem.
The goblin, an improvised weapon.
Yeah. Not. It's a lot of force. I'm assuming Krut like just runs up and battering rams the door with the goblin's little football head. The goblin takes a large amount of damage, and the one door that Krut slams into, thank God it's old and worn with time, it kind of pops open. The poor goblin now knocked out, and as the door opens, that smell just kind of wafts through everything. You're now holding a completely unconscious goblin.
Krut, I don't think his neck is supposed to bend that way.
He shouldn't have laughed at us. I just threw him back outside, unconscious, tied up.
Remind me when this is all over. I need to schedule you to come and sit down. We should do something about your anger issues.
I think so too. I just can't help it. I just get so. All right.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, big fella. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So you're good. You're good. Deep breath. Oh God, is that how you breathe?
Is it? Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad this is what we're doing. All right. Collodi's gonna. Well, sorry. Malvolo is gonna insist that Collodi step up front. So Collodi's gonna take the rein back a little bit to enter the fort.
Awesome. Entering here, it's now that the door is open and everyone can kind of look around inside the fort. The wall of this room is hard packed soil, as if the building either ran out of lumber after building the walls and roof, or as if it simply never thought about having a floor. A number of poorly preserved horse and dog heads are mounted along the eastern wall, while along the southern wall hangs a pair of large black feathered wings tacked to the wall with daggers. So along the direct wall to your right are all those heads of different animals, poorly preserved, stuffed with like hay, and they're just more or less rotting. And to your left of the door entrance are like these massive wings, and they're not small. They like are very large, similar to the wings that Collodi made for his demon outfit. They're large wings, and they're black feathered, and they're like stuck up there with like daggers.
Rain is gonna vomit. Just
So,
Cassandra's not that phased by the rotting smell. I'm gonna like pat Rain on the back and be like, "You get used to it."
I don't
And just
want
be
to.
like-
This is awful. Who would do such a thing to so many wonderful creatures?
Everyone then stops and looks directly at Gorgmut.
yeah. So Gormit looks at everyone and in broken comment says, "Rip Nugget. Trophy. Rip Nugget."
Just straight away, like, it was that guy.
Yeah.
Is
That's
Rip
the guy.
Nugget?
All right. Well, which way to Rip Nugget?
And then Gormit kind of like points to like looks around and realizes he has no clue. He just kind of like shrugs. And Gormit not friend here.
Okay.
Gormit
Okay.
dislike Longshanks.
Okay.
Fair. Can Krat walk up to one of the other goblins, degag them? Where's
Okay.
McNugget?
So you now have you kind of walk past Nexon, and you grab the one that is just sitting there with its mouth full of glue, because Marvolo has glued its mouth shut, and it's just kind of going.
I walk to the other one. Where's
this-
McNugget?
So as you
Real
grab
quick,
it,
Mike, like, no. Or else you'd have to deal with that guy.
so as you grab the goblin, it's going to make believe it's dead. It's just gonna like look at you, and go, "Bah."
I
Gonna
slap
pass
it.
him.
You're just gonna shake it.
I'm gonna shake him while hanging over the edge.
Oh, okay. So the goblin's a little like you bring it over to this. You bring it over to I guess like the edge of where the bridge is, and you kind of hang him over, and those small little legs are just kicking. And now it's no longer playing possum, and it's just like, "Meow, meow."
Where is he? Where is she?
We've gone full circle. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Gilblock, no, I don't know. Please don't throw me. And he's now crying.
I just turned to the other guys. I tried.
You're just gonna toss him?
No, I'm just still holding him over the edge. No, I'm not gonna.
I thought he was going to toss him.
No.
Right. Like he was like, oh, I tried, and just like threw him.
All right. Well, standing around here is not going to get us answers, and clearly these 3 goblins are going to be difficult. I suggest we split up in 4 different directions and give Jared an aneurysm. No. I think we should stick together and perhaps try one of these doors.
Yes.
If I were a goblin, I would expect that some of the big doors might probably be more suitable than the little ones.
I agree. The big doors it is. It looks like there are 2 big doors.
Mm.
Do I see any like tracks or marks on the ground since we don't have normal flooring?
In this area, there are tracks directly near the wings. Near those 2 double doors near the wings. And if you were...
Which ones are those ones?
I'm sorry, so I'll just move Rain to kind of like where the tracking would be. Right over here.
Right. Then let us try this door.
Yes. Go ahead. Open it. She says that
Chloe
she's-
will open the door.
So Rain, could you give me a quick survival check on the wings? Since you're fairly close to them.
Yes. They're wings, I think.
No,
They
clearly
don't-
they're giant fins.
Giant bat. That's that one. Yes, feathered wings belong to a giant bat.
Yes. Sorry. So, as you look at the wings, you're unable to figure out exactly where they come from, but they are still juicy.
They're what?
Juicy. Still, they're fresh.
I went to a different place there. I went finger licking good, you know, like, oh, juicy wings.
They're buffalo wings.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna point to the juicy part, or it looks like it was ripped off and kind of just like open mouth. Obviously, I'm not being able to describe this very well with that nat one. I'm just gonna kind of like point at it with a horror face to the rest of the party, like, can you see this? Like jaw dropped, eyes open, kind of like teary eye.
Rain, it's okay. Don't look.
What did they do?
I'll come up to Rain and take a closer look at it as well.
Yeah. They hired an interior decorator. It was Kaiser Milan.
And just
There you
kind of
go.
like, as I'm walking up, pat her probably on like the thigh where I can reach and just
Yeah, I'll also just from the other side pat.
A lot of thigh patting. Feel very
Yeah.
comforted.
So next, and as you get close enough to the wings, you notice that there is one of the out of the 6 daggers that were kind of like jammed into these wings. One of them is actually fairly fancy. Like it's about eye level where you are. It was kind of under some of the feathers, but it looks pretty valuable if you were to like take a look at it.
reach out and pull it out.
Sure, pulling it out, it doesn't drop the wing, right? Like the wing doesn't fall down. But this dagger is actually a pearl-handled dagger, with a beautiful silver guard on it, and it's fairly valuable. It would be something that would either, it is a regular dagger, so it's not magical, but it would fetch a fairly good price.
Kind of wipe it off and tuck it in my bag, unless anybody says something.
It's really stinky. Um, Pulling the doors open, Kalodi, the double doors, you're again greeted with a hallway that lead to another set of double doors. In here, it smells like pickles. Oh, rancid pickles, but pickles nonetheless. Yes.
Kalodi's a puppet. He has no sense of smell, and even if he did, his head's in the other room.
Oh, I apologize. Well then, Gorma is drooling because he can smell pickles, and they are delicious.
Onto your goblin I see.
Rain needs to get out of this room. She's gagging still and crying and just feeling like an awful mess. So she's just going to push through, like, I don't care. I just need to get out of this room. I can't stand it anymore. She's going to push through the second pair of double doors.
Awesome.
Not even caring. I don't care if there's traps. Just let it. I just need to get out of here. I can't handle this one anymore.
Once Rain's out of the room, I'm gonna use my first level summon animal spell, and summon a tiny kitty, and I'm gonna give it to Rain.
Oh.
Kitty.
So Rain now has
responsibility. I'm just kidding.
Well, look, it's only here for a minute.
Oh, okay, perfect. Like, it's the perfect little distraction. She's gonna hold it up, like, aren't you the cutest? Look at your little tiny bean paws. Look at the paws. Look at the little
And then
paws.
it just disappears.
pushing your way through past Kalodi, past the second set of double doors. You pop them open, and now a pretty kitty appears in your hands, and you kind of stop, kind of rushing forward, realizing, and holding the cat up, looking at the kitty cat. Everyone now starts to hear snoring sounds. It kind of, after a second of just looking at the beautiful kitty, you look around the room, Rain, and you notice that there are two goblins passed out on the floor, with half-eaten food items all around them. One of them has taken their breastplate off, and their belly has, doubled in size, and the other one is holding what looks like a mummified rat of sorts, and it's kind of like cuddling it.
Aw. Are there like pickle jars nearby?
There are empty jars all over the room.
Or barrels, sorry.
There are jars in this room.
Jars, so I can't stuff them in there.
No, sadly.
Okay.
You could try really hard.
Maybe if I chop them, I'm not crud. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna slowly put down the kitty cat as it disappears, and I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna put my finger over my mouth and go shh. And I'm gonna start going to the first one. I'm gonna tie it up, just very gently. Like I'm gonna move it cautiously, like just gently moving its head so it looks a little more comfortable, but that I can get its hands and tie it behind its back, hopefully while it's sleeping still.
Yes. So you're gently tying this goblin up.
Yeah.
And while Rain's doing that, like just as she's like tied him up, just as she's finished, Malvolo comes in with with a tanglefoot bag, and just like from point blank range, just goes, boom, headshot, and like throws the tanglefoot bag square at his face, trying to like pin his head to the ground.
Oh no!
And then tie him up.
So the Rain, you're gently tying this one goblin up, and then Marvolo just comes in and just fires this tanglefoot bag into this goblin's face, and the goblin is just unaware, and it goes everywhere, and then its legs start to kick. This was the one holding the little mummified rat, like a little teddy bear, and its now legs are kicking, and it's trying to squirm, and the one you're tying up like opens one's eye, and it's drool. It's just like, and it looks around, and you're just kind of standing over it, just finishing knots.
Hi, beauty.
It's like, what's happening?
You are in a dream. This is a dream.
Uh-huh.
And when you go back to sleep, you're going to dream of eating a second dream of eating even more pickles.
More pickles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Rip Nugget?
But
I'm gonna-
in order to get the pickles, you have to tell us where Rip Nugget is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
in the room with the chair.
The room with the chair. Oh, that's
Mhm.
good. That's good. Is that upstairs?
No, no. It's and it kind of like yawns a little bit and realizing it's tied up and it's like now looking at you and this was the one with the oversized belly, so it had eaten more than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like wait, why am I talking to a moose lady?
This is a dream. You've never talked to a moose lady before, right? Because we're not real. This isn't real.
No. I like
Yeah.
pickles though.
Yeah.
Wish we
You're
had more
fine.
pickles.
I'm gonna start petting his head.
And it's gonna kind of like snuggle up onto you.
Okay,
Like,
that's. I'm gonna
this
try
big
not to.
bulbous head, bald head, and you're kind of just petting it, and it's gonna like
Okay. Just nod to the nice moose lady as which direction you would go to find I forgot his name, but all I remember
Rip
is
Nugget.
a McNugget.
Rip Nugget,
Rip Nugget.
and it's kind of motioning forward,
Okay.
like towards the doors behind you,
Okay.
and as it's closed its eye and it's closing its eyes, and you could feel its heavy breath now, just
Yeah.
pickles.
Okay. I'm gonna start rocking it back and forth, and I'm gonna indicate to everyone else like start going through the door. And I'm gonna put this one to bed.
Oh, we understand code.
Not
Yeah.
a murder, unless I
All
have.
right. Collodi and Malvolo leave, heading out in this direction. Pretty sure that Rain is going to murder that goblin.
Yeah. Oh. Going through those doors.
Nope.
So as you get to this second set of doors, you can actually start to hear the outside Marvolo and Kalodi and weird Gormit. And Gormit leans over to Marvolo and whispers, seeing that Rain is trying to slowly put to sleep his fellow goblins, and now Gormit, seeing that like it's not violence all the time, you guys aren't just like the typical Longshank adventurers who just stabby.
Mhm.
Gormit looks at you and says, "Dogs,
There are dogs.
dogs," and then motions its head at the doors in front of you.
Oh, there are dogs. She's gonna whisper up ahead. Dogs, get some treats out. Oh, we used all those, didn't we?
We used all the treats on the big cat.
Is there anything inside the pickle room?
In the room with the sleeping goblins, sadly, it looks like they've eaten all the pickly goodness.
Feed the goblins to them.
One.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Look at the kitty.
Okay. I'm not giving up this one.
We could just run in and take them out.
Right. I make way for Krut, and I push him forward. Remembering that I am the spellcaster, and I don't like being at the front.
Alright. Cracks his neck.
Crut kind of pushing his way through the door. You open it and you're in a massive yard room. There's no roof over here. Some of it's been like torn out and destroyed. And as you come into this room, suddenly a number of what they would call dogs, you have become very known as goblin dogs, are laying around. Some of them are biting and chewing at things. The clumps of partially tamped grass are all over here, and there are 2 dead goblins lied in the middle of the room, and looks like they were fed to these dogs, and 2 of them are kind of ripping and tearing at the goblins, while another 2 are laying on the floor. And that's what you see, Crut. You kind of kicked in the door a little bit.
Does our druid goblin do anything?
Yes, he dumps back down into
Thump.
Lodi's body. He just turtles away. He's like, nope, not my problem.
Crut will stare at Clody and then just nod to him.
Kalodi has no head. He doesn't return the nod.
I'm just waiting there for the nod. Oh.
Seeing the hold, I'm like, just throw a rock or something in distraction.
Okay.
Approach it with kindness. Look like you're happy to see it. It'll maybe read your cues.
Okay. Crut will process that information and he'll walk in.
Okay. Crut, I guess at this point, everyone please roll initiative very quickly.
Ah, dang it. I don't
Now's
want
the
them.
time. They are goblin doggos, not the friendliest animals.
Goblin doggos. Uh-oh.
Cool. And Marvolo, you got a 9, so Kalodi gets a 9. Sorry. Alright, so Crut kind of like stumbles in, and Cassandra, you have initiative.
Can I use Divine Lance to make a distraction? So use it for lights and like.
Yeah, as long as you have a target, so you could target one of the dead bodies and kind of like pop that onto one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So for your 2 actions, the lance goes off, and the body kind of, as the energy kind of summons down into this undead, into this goblin corpse, the body kind of shakes, and moves, and its hands start to flail, and the dogs that were eating on it kind of like jump back. You know, like when you scare a dog and they kind of like yip and move back, and now they're like ducking their nose down, trying to sniff at the body.
Yeah, and then I'll cast guidance. You got this. On Crut.
They're gonna jump back. These 2 dogs kind of shocked a little bit. Awesome. Rain, your little goblin has fallen asleep. You've kind of put him to the side, put the goblin to the side, and you have free activity in the goblin's snoring, and you could see drool, hickly drool.
Kind of like tucked in the corner. Nice and like on his side, so that way he'll feel comfortable. The dude's not just going straight to the ground. So he is inside. For sure. For sure. All right. Then I'm going to try to make my way up through this group. Out to where the doggos are.
Yep,
And I'm
not
going.
a problem.
Sorry, what was that?
Not a problem.
I'm gonna make my way up here, and I'm gonna raise my shield up, and I'm gonna tell everyone like, get behind me, and we're gonna sneak across, like hiding behind my shield.
I like this technique.
Except for Krut, because I don't think he'll fit behind my shield with me.
Sadly, no.
No.
All right. Oh, okay. So it seems that Krut and my dogs have tied. Krut, what is your dexterity?
14.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm pretty sure that's higher than theirs. Yes, it is. So Krut, you have the initiative before them.
Krut is going to, with his first action, move up to the first Gobbo Doggo. And then attack with his longsword.
Alright, make it happen. Alright, so the first dog you swing on, you know, what else would you like to do?
With my last action, I'll attack it again.
Cool. Alright, deal damage. Alright, so Krut brings down his sword into this dog, and the dog like lets out that high-pitched yip. And it's now my doggo's turn. Let's see how this works. So the first one, the one that you bit, is going to first thing it's gonna do is gonna try and bite you, right? Because it's upset with you. And it's not again scared, upset with you. And then it's going to kind of move away and start to bark at you to the best of these dogs' abilities. The next one, it's scared. It actually is now going to start to like bark and bite at the dead body that Cassandra made move with her holy energy, and it's going to waste its turn dealing with that, not really understanding what's happening. Goblin Doggo 3 is going to kind of get low, start to growl, and then it stops real quick, and it's gonna scratch itself like, vigorously. And this is fun. So scratch it exposes all adjacent creatures next to it. So that's you, Krut. To the Goblin Pox. So you're gonna have to make a save on that one. So you're gonna need to make a Fortitude save.
Well, it's like I've got a +8.
Oh. That is more than enough. So you see, like, as it scratches itself, Rain, and Cassandra, you see like a cloud of what look like dirt and mites come off of this thing as Krut like moves to duck out the way. And Goblin 4 is gonna just rush in, spend its actions to rush in. Kalodi. Headless Kalodi.
All right, so Malvolo is going to put Kalodi's head back on, screw it on,
Okay.
as one action.
Yep.
As Kalodi's puppet head kind of reattaches, he's like, "Oh, that's better." Yeah, I couldn't talk while I was in Malvolo's bag, but hey, I think I follow what Rain's trying to say, and he's gonna try and sneak around the side here, quietly. Malvolo has a different idea as he steps behind Rain. The glowing corpse. What I want to do is I want to use telekinetic projectile and launch like an arm or a leg or something that's like barely attached or hanging on. But I want to kind of swivel it in the air a bit. Kind of like, you know, like you're throwing a stick,
Yeah.
So I want to kind of wave it around and get the attention of all the dogs. This glowing bit of goblin flesh, and then once it's got their attention, I'm gonna throw it against the far wall.
The far wall.
Yeah, so I'm not targeting one of them. I'm just
Tossing.
telekinetic.
Yep. Not a problem. So that works, and you probably have the attention of a few of the dogs. It looks like it's tasty meat.
Yep. Go that way, dogs. It's the hope, anyway.
Mhm.
And that is all.
Okay. Nexon, what would you like to do?
I'm going to move up behind Rain as much as I can.
Yep.
And I'm going to my other two actions kind of whisper into my hands, and I will cast Prestidigitation to make a like crude looking chunk of like steak or something, and
Yeah.
just kind of be holding on to that.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Awesome. Yeah. Gorman's gonna choose not to do anything, and it's Cassandra's turn again.
I'm gonna shelter behind Rain as well, but also like away from the dogs and their grossness, and I'm just gonna whisper like, I don't think they've been bought for a long time. Stay away. And then I'm gonna divine lance the corpse again, but this time next to it so that maybe it rolls.
Yeah.
So like it, but away from us, like rolls towards the corner.
Rolls towards the like downward corner where Marvolo tossed the arm.
Yeah.
Yep, not a problem. That goes off without a hitch. The body starts to roll, and at this point, the dogs all seem to like. At first, they were aggressive, but now that you're tossing out all these different things, the dogs are picking up like the scent of Marvolo's arm thingy that was waving in the air, and the dogs are now very much more. Their attention seems to be turning towards the corpse and the meats that you guys are messing around with. So we can kind of play this out where if everyone moves very slowly, you can make your way around the doggos if you want, or you could continue to fight them. Crut, it's up to you, Crut. I think Crut's the wild card on this one.
What will Crut do?
Crut can see what the others are trying to do. I think he would have continued attacking, but he kind of turns and looks at the meat as well, knowing that it is fake, but...
No, don't chase it. Don't do it.
Knowing it was enough to kind of
down.
just like, kind of calm
Stay.
himself, just like, okay, alright, let's just go around.
Ends up grabbing onto one end of it and starts getting into a war with teeth. Just.
So just so that so everyone can see, this is where the body on the map has been thrown, and the dogs, Goblin 2 dog is going to start to head over there. 1, and then 3 is going to grab on the other end, and now they're playing like tug of war. Some of them are pulling on the arm, but this poor body is all tossed and torn up, and you have a clear line, but obviously it's kind of one of those like, if I don't make a lot of movement, we should be okay. From your angle,
I'll kind of hold on to the crude steak as a
Yeah.
like, if any of them start to like look at us, just be like,
and then throw it away. I love
Yeah.
it. I think it's pretty awesome. Everyone thought of an interesting way to defeat my encounter.
Ah.
Ah.
Guys, has spoiled again. Yeah.
There are many ways to win a battle. Sometimes by not even having one.
So I do want to award everyone hero points for thinking of an extremely awesome, interesting idea on how to kind of avoid this and using non-combat as an option.
Yay!
So everyone
Work.
gets a hero point.
Teamwork.
Yes.
Wanted to get confirmation from the gods that it was okay, and they have granted it so. So now, Krut, Marvolo, and Rain, you could see a door at the far end of this area. There also looks like what looks like a stall kind of jutting out. So there's this door up here, and then there's a second door further all the way down.
We're gonna go to all the way down. Or at least I will. I don't want to speak for everyone.
So moving in,
Following Rain.
I'm
everyone's
behind
like,
the shield.
Yep.
I go
behind
where the
Rain.
shield goes.
So
Yep.
Rain, as you get up that far, you quickly notice something. Everyone starts to smell the smell of horse, and the door to this outer building has been nailed shut, and additional boards have been nailed over these nails. The door itself has cracked and splintered. 2 dead goblins are like more dead bodies are up here, but the heads have been crushed in, and you can hear what sounds like something stomping around in there.
Maybe it's. We should come back and let this horse go. Maybe it's one of the from the front room. But maybe we'll do it when we come back.
Yeah.
Um,
Release it and run back through the door.
so are the goblin dogs, just real quick, they're eating the body, right?
They are eating the body.
All right, I'm gonna use the telekinetic projectile trick and then throw the bits of meat back through the door that we came out of, just so this area is kind of clear.
Okay.
Towards the sleeping goblin.
Oh shit, yeah.
I
I-
saved.
Wait. I'll go close the interior door because there's a double door in there,
Yes.
and then I'll do that, and then I'll close the outer door when they're all in, and then trap them in there.
So you trap them in between the 2 doors. Got
Yeah.
it. Got
Yeah.
it. So that will be more than acceptable. And even actually using, I'm assuming Claudie would pick up maybe one more of those other dead bodies you just came across
Sure.
and kind of stuff it in there with the other. So now they have extra meats.
So
Sorry
this
for
way.
Attached to the sleeping goblin. This makes it more complicated.
Meanwhile, there's one of them that's like died of suffocation or something because like.
Big deal.
Well, Malvolo will say to Rain, "Look, this creature, whatever it is, must have been enduring some pretty terrible conditions. At least now that we've gotten the goblin dogs out of the way, it might be able to actually make use of this at least much larger space."
That's true. I must be traumatized. I can't even imagine what it.
Look, I tell you what. How about you and the druid sit here and have a nice heart-to-heart with the horse, and I'm going to hide in this room here.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to be not out in the open.
Yes.
Yeah,
goblin-
I look at the squash goblin heads and I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna move.
Good luck.
Bids
I'm
me to
rooting for you.
horse if I die from this.
Kalodi will, again, I'll undo the head and pop the goblin's head out, let him know what we're doing, and he can assist Rain if possible.
All right.
Uh,
It's gonna be our responsibility. We're gonna try to calm it down and get it out into this open space. All right.
and then so Gormit looks at you and says, "Nope, nope, nope," and he says it is in Druidic, so you understand each other.
Oh, what do you mean? Do you think it's? Do you know what's in there?
Uh-huh.
Well, you could share. That would be helpful.
Rip Nugget told me to take care of Monster Horse, but I don't do that. That's not my job. I don't like Longshanks. This is Longshank Horse. I don't want anything to do with this. Uh, it is a monster. It's scary. It crushed goblins. I don't I don't know why Rip Nugget wants. Rip Nugget goes. Oh, I have to look cool. I have to be big Goblin War Chief for the Longshanks. Take care of horse. Chop horse head off. Kill horse.
Okay. 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 All right. So this isn't something we should deal with right now. Okay.
No, we kill. We burn. Set fire. Burn horse.
You don't think we can save it? The poor horsey in there. And she's going to kind of like try to peek through the door a little bit.
Peeking through the door, what you can see is this beautiful, black horse. It has scars on its bodies from the whips and the lash that it's endured, but its mane is beautifully black. It's completely black, almost to like a night color.
Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to open it and we're going to run through those doors and at least it'll be free out here. And it can get out its anger, but we're going to hide behind the doors sort of thing. So I will open this door, but then run to be back behind that door.
Okay.
So everyone get behind the door right now and be prepared to help block it in case it's still murderous. But it looks too beautiful and I don't want to just leave it in there trapped.
I'm sorry. Did she say murder horse?
Mm-hmm.
It may not be a murder horse or it may not be a murder us horse. It could be a murder them horse. I don't know.
Wait, so are we murdering the horse?
No, we're not murdering the horse. The horse murders things, but we're not sure what things it murders.
Goblins. Squash.
Yeah, so far goblins. Maybe because it was upset. Because it's in a tiny cage.
Okay. Sure. I'm going to step a little bit further back. And I'm definitely going to prepare a couple of Tanglefoot spells as I get ready, like when everyone's like kind of slamming the door shut, just to start yeeting a bunch of these sticky orbs to try and seal the door.
Perfect.
Rain.
I'm gonna make space in the corridor.
Rain,
Yeah, it's a very tiny corridor.
Yeah, it's actually a hallway, more or less. Rain, as you make your way up to the door and you start to pull it, Gormit's like, "This is bad plan," and tucks its head back into Kolodi's, turtles back down, and you could see the horse is in there and it's doing that heavy breathing.
Yeah.
And it's wide-eyed and it looks in terror.
I'm going to speak calmly to it.
Mm-hmm.
Try to make eye contact where I can. And then if I do make eye contact, I'm going to purposely drop it to show I'm not trying to be aggressive against it. Not challenging. I'm trying to establish, I get it. You're afraid. It's okay. I'm not here to hurt you and I'm not here to control you. I'm going to let you out. All right? I'm going to let you out. You're beautiful. You're going to be free. I don't want you to be afraid, all right? I'm going to let you out. Yeah. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I'm going to let you out. We're not going to deal with this.
Please make a animal handle check.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just me from watching too many Christmas movies already, but I'm just seeing the trailer for a movie of a young girl goes to a town and there's a horse that no one can tame.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the animal handle is nature. Just FYI.
Okay, nature. I was like, oh.
Sorry. I apologize for that.
I want to be the horse girl.
The horse whisperer.
The horse.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry. I heard Black Beauty an ungodly amount of times growing up. So when you describe the horse looking like that, I thought, no, I have to do this.
Isn't Black Beauty an Australian show?
I don't know.
No, we had the Brumby something, Silver Brumby. That was it. That was our version.
That was a 15.
Okay.
Oh gosh, this is important to Rain. She loves animals. She hates that it's
That's-
been torn up.
Sure. And just so I understand, because we're still playing a new system, so we're learning everything. You do have wild empathy, which you can use to your diplomacy if you want, if that's better for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. Yes. That way I have a natural connection to all the animals and I can communicate with them.
Yeah. So you're
Okay.
able. So between these two abilities, you kind of have the. Yeah. So you can roll nature again. We'll just give you advantage between the combination of everything.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make a simple request.
Yes.
Don't kill us. And I will release you. Oh,
It's
freaking-
okay. The 15 is still solid.
okay.
Its big eye looks into yours, and you kind of bond and reach out to this creature. It's scared, terrified, and as you connect to it emotionally, it starts to settle down. It's still scared, but it can tell that you're not angry. You're not one of these violent people. As you open the cage, it's heavy, but you kind of throw your back into it and you lift it and you pop it open, and as the lock, this large wooden lock, swings wide, the doors burst open and this magnificent black horse just comes out and starts to like run around the field stomping and enjoying having the sun on its back as it hasn't had in days, maybe weeks. Assuming
You're
Quick's not,
free. Oh.
and
Oh, go ahead.
sorry, no.
You're free. You're free. You don't have to be caged anymore. I mean, we'll find you a way off this island eventually, somehow. We don't know how we're gonna get off either, but we will.
And it kind of runs and it stops right in front of you. And its big eyes looks into your eyes, and it hesitantly kind of steps forward as if it's gonna like make friends or bow to you, and then it stops and it starts to run again, avoiding you and avoiding the group, but it doesn't seem to be hostile, just more or less enjoying its freedoms.
Okay. I'm gonna follow the rule when you engage hippogriffs, and I'm gonna bow to it. Just feels like the right thing to do.
Sure. Bowing to the creature, the horse stops and looks at you, and it calms down, and it's now just trotting and slowly just eating around. Starts to nibble on some of the dead grass on the floor, and just seems to have calmed down. It's not enraged, but it's not your best friend.
Okay, that's cool. All right, we're gonna leave it here. We're gonna leave it here, and we can figure out how to free it later. Goodbye, murder horse. We'll see you soon.
As you start to head away and say goodbye, a thought pops into your head. Shadow mist.
Shadow what?
Shadow mist.
Shadow mist. Shadow mist. So the thought pops in my head. Do I know what that thought means when I hear shadow mist?
It's as if it's not your thought, but something telling you.
Oh. Is the horse communicating with me?
Maybe.
Shadow mist. I'm gonna just keep saying it under my breath as I get back with the group. Shadow mist. Shadow mist. Is that a name?
Could be.
I'm gonna look at the others. Does anybody know what shadow mist is?
I'm like, someone told you about that. I thought that was something only. And then I'm gonna look at the confusion of your face and be like, never mind.
No, that's Death Fog you're thinking of. No. Shadow Mist is something different.
But Shadow Mist. It just came into my head after talking with a horse. Shadow
His
Mist.
name?
I'm just gonna let that simmer a little bit in my brain. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just let that simmer, and we're gonna go find McNugget, Nick Nugget.
McNugget.
Yep.
The nugget. We're gonna go find the nugget.
Heading down deeper, Nexon, you've kind of gone to the end of the hallway and you've reached the doorway.
Pelody starts bumping into walls.
Just knocking around.
Does the
everyone's
goblin
kinda-
pop his...
As you've gotten down into this hallway, you've gotten to the door, Nexon. Everyone seems safe. Do you push through? Do you go through the door?
Does Gormit
Look
come
at the
back
very
up?
crowded hallway and just push.
Does Gormit come back up?
Gormit is now, once in the hallway, will pop back up. And Nexon has chosen to push through. Nexon, as you go through the door, you kind of give space to allow everyone into the hallway. And then you could see at the far end of the hallway, you now hear what sound like music and drums beating, and you can see you can now see the wall there has collapsed in, and looks like people have put up a piece of wood as if a door, and crudely drawn on it. And the door is about your height, Nexon, so it's really made for goblins at this point. And you could see drawn on it what looks like a crudely drawn crown is drawn on this weird made door, and you could hear music coming from that entranceway.
Just turn around to Cassandra and kind of whisper to her, I think maybe something's through that. Oh, room with a chair. Maybe that's a throne room.
And then I'm gonna look at the door and I suppose that looks like a crown. Yeah,
So
makes sense.
I guess pass it along to get Brett. I don't really want to be first through the door.
I think, and then I'm gonna turn to the door next to us on the other side. What does that look like? And I'll be like, let's make space in this room so they can go past.
Good idea.
So as you look around, the music getting louder, as if it's coming to a crescendo. You could smell smoke from so we pick up with Nexon and Cassandra trying to figure out what to do and how to handle this situation.
Can we duck in through one of these side doors?
Yeah, and any of the doors there you could easily quickly duck into.
Yeah, I will. I'll just the one to my right.
Sure,
Open,
sure.
kind of look in, and then step in.
Yeah, so moving in, you're just in that round room. There's not much going on in here. There are a few chairs and a table. That's really the only furnishing in this room.
I'll also duck in and I'll be like, up ahead, we think it's the throne room. So you guys go, and I'm just gonna back into the room with Nixon, so we can be in the back.
Okay.
Crut. Bad guys ahead. Pass it on. Now I'll also go in here.
Everyone's just ducking into the side room.
Do I pass it on or we'll just charge in? No, Crut will pass it on.
What do you say?
Bad guys up ahead.
All right.
I don't
Nexton
move.
likes rye bread. Pass it on.
Yeah.
As Kalodi says it to Rain.
Okay. Let's go for this.
Thanks.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna get a taste of rye bread.
Damn it, Krut!
Ah.
Kalodi drop kicks him in the butt. Like both feet in midair, perfectly horizontal. As much force as I can to roll him as far forward as possible.
All right. Can I charge through the?
No, I'm kicking you in the butt.
To charge through the door.
Through the wall. Destroy the section of wall if I can.
Yeah. That's completely possible. It's poorly made. Kalodi drop kicks Krut in the back, kind of nudging him forward. Krut tumbles and stumbles, collapsing through the wall, and the music cuts short. And standing there in the middle of this room, there are a number of goblins, a small fire, and on the throne, sitting on top of a massive lizard with a crown upon his head, looks and says, "What? Who disturbs my throne room?"
I can explain. Who's McNugget?
And just looks and says, "McNugget, I am Rip Nugget. Get him!" And he, pulls out his poorly made sword and points at the Krut. And Krut, please roll initiative. Everyone, I guess, roll initiative at this point. Marvolo.
Wow.
There you go. Let me put in Lodi for Marvolo. Initiative. And I think that is everyone, correct? Yes, that is everyone. So, Rip Nugget yells and screams, "Get him!" and kind of forces his mount to move forward, and so that's one action is to ride his mount forward, and he is going to lash out at up. He's riding his mount, so they're on top of each other, just so that we understand, and he is going to strike Krut with his poorly made sword. And Krut, stumbling, trying to get your feet underneath you, he strikes true and slashes into you. And with his last action, he is going to take the... Nope, that's it. Lodi, what would you like to do?
So
Lodi,
Malvolo. Yeah, so Malvolo Malvolo will wait until everyone's kind of, moved past, but he's going to use act together, so he and his puppet act simultaneously. Malvolo will cast the focus spell, Boost Eidolon.
Yep.
And then at the same time, Kalodi will charge. Now, what I'd like to have happen is Kalodi can't see past Krut because Krut's quite big. And so he's going to try and drop kick again, but this time kind of aim to fly at Rip Nugget instead, just to kind of drop kick him off the back of that giant lizard.
Okay.
And he'll charge forward going, I said get out of my way! Ah!
And
Ah!
Yeah, I was like hearing that guy in the actual background.
Yeah. Kalodi kick! What do I need to roll?
Your move name.
An attack, a roll to attack, a strike.
All right. Oh, I am absolutely going to burn a hero point on that. Yay!
Yay!
Two higher.
Worth it. But that
Okay.
does get Kalodi into the room. That's kind of like the 8. That's really what you wanted there, is to get.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
Does Gormit say anything when he hearing Rip Nugget, etc.?
Gormit's in Kalodi's body, right? I'm assuming
Yeah.
Kalodi has his head on.
At the moment, no. He hasn't had Kalodi's head on for a little bit.
Oh, okay. So at this point, Gormit kind of picks his head out and looks at Rip Nugget and says, "I will be the new chieftain. You deal with too many Longshanks. I don't like them. You terrible. I hate you, and everything you do is bad. You're tacky and ugly."
Jesus.
Also,
Doesn't
he's a
like them.
hypocrite because hashtag all the Longshanks are coming in to help you overthrow.
I mean,
Yes.
all right. And for my third and final action, oh no, that was my act together. So I'm gonna use telekinetic projectile, using Kalodi's head,
Okay.
try and throw my own head at Rip Nugget.
Okay. That was, yeah. So the head bounces into Rip Nugget's forehead, and what would you? How much damage does that do?
It does 1d6 plus plus 4. I don't have damage automated here, but it is 9 damage.
8, 9. There we go.
Ow! And Claudia's head goes, that hurt. Are you kidding me? Be careful. You're damaging the goods. Now come closer. I'll bite your leg off. And then with my, I guess, third action, Malvola's gonna go over here.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Cool. Stickfoot is gonna go. Stickfoot is going to attack everyone around. Because it's a grumpy old lizard, so it's gonna lash out at Kalodi. Well, actually, Stickfoot is going to attack. Yeah, Kalodi. Oof. Deal damage to Kalodi. Its next action is going to move, swipe its tail, or its tail over at Krut. And it's going to deal damage, and Krut, it slams into you, not for a lot of damage, and then it's going to run. Stickfoot has a mind of its own half the time. So, 1. And as the Stickfoot runs, you can see Rip Nuggets, like, pulling on the reins, trying to keep it. It's like, what are you doing? No, go back! And that ends it. Cassandra, what would you like to do?
Can I get in the room past Crit?
Yes, there is now a space.
Okay, I'm gonna go past Crit, see all the goblins, and then just from behind Crit, cast Divine Lance.
Sure. So just roll it on the goblin that you wish.
Cool. It's actions. Divine Lance. Here we go. Boop. I'm gonna aim for the one on the. I'm gonna aim for McNugget. He's looking, most in charge.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Alright, roll damage. Alright,
One.
there you go.
And then I'm gonna do nothing because that's 3. Cool.
There you go. Krut, what would you like to do?
Krut being very furious at this, he's going to rage. And then just charges that Rip Nugget with his second action.
Yep.
And then attack.
There you go.
Do I need to activate the rage?
Oh, I will activate that for you, sorry.
Excellent. Oops.
Rip Nugget looking sticky.
Wait, was that stick or
Oh,
the wrong one?
Sorry. I'll move stick foot down a little bit. There you go. So you could swing on Rip Nugget.
Can I add my two thingies, my 2 points?
Your rage?
Yeah. No. Wait, does my rage add on to that?
Yeah. Rage adds to damage.
But not anything to my attack.
No, sadly.
Okay. Didn't Cassandra and Nexon gave me
Guidance is probably worn off by now.
Yeah,
okay.
guidance off a bit ago. Krut, I see the struggle. You could give me a hero point. Do it. Give me a
Okay.
hero point.
Alright, I'll do it. Ah!
It's close.
Damn.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
But it's okay because my goblins go. Let me. So, first goblin, seeing what's going on, is gonna pull out a short bow. Gonna fire one at Krut. It's gonna fire one at Kolodi. And then it's gonna fire. Can it hit Cassandra? Probably not. Then it will just move up to flank Krut. But Krut did get hit. So roll damage. 4 points of damage. And next up is my other Goblin Commando. He kind of moves forward. One action. Second action. Short bow on Kolodi. Kolodi it's without the head. They just keep shooting over the head the whole time. But this one does have sight on Cassandra. Gonna fire. And it does hit Cassandra. No! An arrow whizzes into her for 6 points of damage.
I'm gonna lean back into the room and say, "A little help, please."
And lastly,
That's the short joke.
Oh.
Is that Kolodi's head? I'm gonna use the arrow because I obviously can't kick him, and I'm gonna poke him with the arrow that I pulled out and be like, "Stop it!"
and the last Goblin Commando will horse chop into Crut. For a critical. Ooh. Laying a lot of damage into Crut, and Crut goes down. Crut's taking the long rest.
I'm gonna lean back into the room and say, seriously? Hurry!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? I thought I heard this something thud. You know, roughly. You know, giant lizard shaped.
Yeah. Crit is. Oop. It's now got the dying effect. I didn't think I would get to use that at all. I'm a little excited. I'm pretty sure everyone else is not excited as I am, but I'm happy about this. And the commando seeing Crit go down, looks at Rip Nugget and goes, "I did it." And the Rip Nugget's like, "Get the rest of them." So it's gonna just move up, and its turn next to Kolodi. It is Nexon's go. Nexon, what would you like to do?
I'm hearing Cassandra talking about needing help. She's gonna run forward and just say, "Here comes a little help."
High five as she goes past.
And running in and coming face to face with the goblin. She's just gonna try. Oh dear. Oh dear. Just stabbing it. Pull out
Stab
her
it, yeah, make
dagger
it happen.
and try and
Alright. It was close. Kind of ran in. Got one more action.
Yeah, she's just gonna try stabbing it again. Probably not. Nope, definitely not.
This close. This close. Okay. And Rain.
Let's just. It's a little crowded, but I can get in here and I can attack this one, right? I'm gonna just slide out. I'm gonna shimmy out.
Yeah.
Basically just step over Nexon.
Just walk right over. It's fine. It's fine. I picked up my feet. We're good. And we're gonna attack this goblin commander too, right there. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Suck it, buddy. I'm gonna have to roll for damage. I put it out there. 3 points of damage.
Okay. So that's one. You still got one more action?
Yeah, we're definitely doing that same thing again.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's do this one more time for fun.
Funsies.
For funsies.
Or Shadow Mist.
Cool.
Oh.
Cool.
Poor Shadow Mist.
Well, there's that. That's fun. I'm still thinking about Shadow Mist. Yeah.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
So, last but not least is the musical one of the bunch, the War Chanter. And the War Chanter will start its war song. It starts to sing its annoying little goblin-y war song just to kind of, make everyone hate themselves a little bit more. And what that does is everyone needs to make a will save that can see. So Rain, Nexon, and technically Kolodi, because Kolodi's head's now in there, have to make will saves.
Which kind of save? Sorry.
Will.
So I don't need to make one.
No, not yet. Okay, Nexon, you failed, So that's it's a success for this creature, and you take a -1 check to perception. So if something starts to hide and you're seeking it, you take a -1 to seek it. Kolodi and Rain, you have passed. So good job. But that's only one action. It still has many tricks up its sleeve. By doing that, it will then spend another single action to throw a rock at Rain because Rain's being rude.
Okay.
And it hits.
Oh,
Take 8 points of damage as this rock just whizzes past and bloops you in the head. Yeah, and so Gormit is still inside Kolodi's body, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Right, and Gormit is an ally as of now, right? Like, he's more of an ally than he is an enemy currently. So Gormit is going to do what Gormit does best, and that is cast Heal for 3 actions. So what does that do? It's a 30-foot emanation, and everyone gets a D8 hit points back.
Oh.
So everyone gets 7 hit points back.
Do we need to manually add that?
I'll do it for you guys.
Okay.
Krut, you're
Good
no
job,
longer
guys.
dying. You now have 7 left. So, Cassandra, you're back to full, and I think that was it. Everyone else was looking good except for Kolodi, right? Kolodi ate a lot of damage.
No? Did I?
No,
No, just Krut.
you missed a lot. It was just
Yeah, he missed a lot. It was only Krut. I only took
was-
4
it was a
damage.
lot
which
of-
was healed.
Yeah, it was a lot of Krut. So Krut, you're stabilized. You're at 7 life. Congratulations, no longer dying. And that will be all 3 turns. But Rip Nugget goes. So Rip Nugget is going to spend 1 action to force Stickfoot to move. 1, 10, 15, 20. And Rip Nugget will put away its little daggery thing and fire off an arrow at Kolodi and then 1 at Nexi. Wait, sorry, Rain. Sorry. So 1 hit Kolodi, and 1 hit Rain.
Oh,
Oh! Oh no!
okay. This will be fun. We're just gonna die right here.
And I've got the crit cards.
Oh no, I forgot
There's
about
boars and goblins, yo. Boars and goblins.
These goblins, yo!
Oh!
Ooh.
Whoa!
You're okay. It's just a
It's
flesh
all those
wound.
short jokes before. Now the short people are coming.
You know that.
Oh,
The tall people.
it was all the short jokes this whole time. Just so that we all know, hero points, if you give me all your hero points, you can stabilize when you go down to dying. Just in case that comes up at any point in time.
In case I die, is that what you're saying?
In case that
Yeah, just dropping that knowledge, just FYI. Nothing to do with the situation. You guys will be
Nothing.
fine.
Just a heads up.
Alright, pick a number between 1 and 3.
3.
Alright, it was a slashing
Ring.
weapon?
piercing.
Piercing. Piercing. Leg wound. Critical effect. Target takes a -5 foot movement status penalty until healed.
Oof. That's not
Great.
bad.
I'm gonna lean back to Malvolo and I'm gonna grab him by the shirt and say, "You better get in here."
This all escalated in the span of 6 seconds, okay? And I'm a carpenter, not a doctor. Although, yeah, I will go heal them. Okay. Oh, no, I can do this. I can do this, maybe. All right, I'm gonna... oh, sorry, is that the end of Rip Nugget's turn?
Yeah, I moved and 2 actions. Yeah, sorry. Kalodi,
Okay.
Marvolo.
Cool. All right, so Malvolo and Kalodi are gonna act together. So Kalodi is going to charge this goblin to the next to Krut.
Mm-hmm.
While while Malvolo is going to move to this position here through his allies.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So I'm just going to attack this puppet this guy real quick as the Kalodi puppet. Kush stabby!
There you go.
And if you recall, I did boost Kalodi earlier on, so he gets a +2 to his stabby stabs. Which deals total of 12 damage to that dude. So that was one action. Second and third action, I'm going to use Battle Medic on both Krut and Rain.
Okay.
Kalodi, he's basically going to, between Nexon and Kalodi, he's going to be like, scalpel, thread, and just start sewing them up together. Well, not together. I mean, you know what I mean. Whoops. Sorry, my bad. Again, carpenter, not doctor. Okay. So that is, okay, I will burn a hero point to reroll that.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll do. Just a success is still a success. All right, and yep. Okay, cool. So the 2 of them, I believe, each of them will heal. Rain will heal 1.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Krut will heal 8. Look, he was but look, there's nothing personal. Okay, I've only got so many hands. Okay, and there are 2 goblins here, and they're stressing me out. Okay. So that's my all 3 actions. So act together, heal.
We're gonna make a short joke again. While I get our little heals.
That's me done.
Stickfoot goes. Stickfoot is upset. It's away from combat. It's bucking. It's going to try to move forward against Rip Nugget. And let me just double check something.
Malvolo turns around quickly and looks at the lizard and says, now listen here, okay? We can be reasonable about this, okay? I know that there is literally no choice of people for you to attack, but I pose another option. Stay where you are. Be cool.
Rip Nugget did not pass his check. So Stickfoot gets to do what Stickfoot wants.
Yeah!
Yeah, Sigfoot's free.
Is going to run forward and
No!
charge Kalodi, actually, because Kalodi's the closest meaty. Well, Kalodi's made out of wood.
God damn it! No!
So the charge Marvolo, and it's gonna attack Marvolo.
Bad Stickfoot.
And it's gonna miss, just lashing out. And then it's gonna fight one more action.
Stop it.
Wait, 1 move. Nope, sorry, it cannot. Because it had to make a check to see if it could go.
Ah!
And that will hit. Yep, I think. Yep, that will hit Marvolo. Let's see how much damage does that do. 8 points of damage to Marvolo.
Ow. Okay.
Sorry, just setting everything up.
Yep.
Cassandra, it's your go.
At the risk of, the dice not liking me, can I do Divine Lance?
You
From
can
here.
do whatever you want. I will never stop you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna Divine Lance. Is Rip Nugget still on top of Stickfoot?
Yeah, Rip Nugget's like yanking at the chains and stuff. So yes, Rip Nugget's up there.
Okay, I'm gonna try it on Rip Nugget, and I'm gonna shout what I don't even I'm gonna say, this guy's your new leader, and I'm gonna point at Gormund,
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, follow him, and then I'm gonna try and attack Rip Nugget.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm like, give up.
Okay.
And then because it's very scary in here, I'm also gonna cast Tempest Touch because it's a 1 action, and I didn't move. Oh no, wait, I can't. That's a touch spell. Yeah, it's a touch spell. Okay, I'm gonna cast Guidance on who's still alive.
Nexon is directly next to you.
Nixon.
There you go. Alright, Krut, back from the dead, standing. There you are.
Krut is blind with rage and he's very furious. He's going to 15, 20. Is he able to walk around and flank Rip Nugget?
Yeah, so 1 action you're gonna stand, 2 action you're gonna flank Rip Nugget.
Yeah,
That's
I'm going to move over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he will attack. He will attack. He's pretty pissed.
You just got up. It's okay. It happens.
And
I think we should have just thrown his corpse at things.
and I've got 1 more action.
No, that's all 3, sir. Because you had to stand up, which is 1.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
Moving and chop, chop, chop.
Okay.
Um,
Can use my hero point.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
I just want to kill this SOB. Oh no!
Oh.
You gotta just get up and leave.
It's like, guys, I'm going home. I'll see
That's
you guys
it.
later.
Get out, guys.
It's a great game. Great game.
Oh,
That's
man.
me. That's me.
Have you considered Magic Missile?
So next is my commandos. Yes.
All right, now listen, Goblin Commandos, okay? I know it's super tempting to attack me because, I am the most viable target right now. But I have another proposition, okay? How about we not? Huh? Just be cool.
Everyone be cool.
No one is cool. The chill is not in this room.
Chill.
I feel like there's so many Mr. Freeze puns I could do right now. I'm gonna opt not to.
Oh, don't start pun wars with me.
So the commando, inspired by his magnificent leader of Rip Nugget, will start to horse chop away at everyone in front of him. So he's gonna make 3 full attacks: 1 at Rain, 1 at Marvolo, and 1 at Kolodi. So the first at Kolodi will miss terribly. The second at Marvolo.
God damn it.
And the third at Rain. That is a actual critical miss. I don't know why it did
Aw.
not change it. But that
Does
will
it
be a
have to
critical
be?
miss.
You'll need to do it again, because when you roll a critical hit, you'll need to roll the damage immediately. Otherwise, it'll redo it. So just roll the damage again. And do all the damage to... Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So tasty. And it was piercing or slashing?
This is slashing.
Slashing. Push the target up to 10 foot.
Just gonna push you back. That way.
Hey, that's better. Thank you. Wait, no, it's not. Damn it, no!
It's right there. But he also, additionally, this goblin did make a critical miss on Rain.
Okay, so critical miss.
Yeah.
Pick a number between 1 and 3.
Rain, 1 and 3.
3. Okay.
Melee attack. He takes 1d6 persistent bleed damage.
Oh,
As
actually.
as pretty much his dog slicer is really sharp.
Oh, that might kill him. Let's see what happens. 1 persistent bleed damage. Okay. But I have to roll that every turn. Oh, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, he'll take that every turn.
Yep.
Haha, you fool. Little did you know that I trapped your knife while you were stabbing me with it.
Goblin Commando, you go. So Rip Nugget's gonna start to yell and scream, say, "Get in the fight! Stop standing there!" And the Goblin Commando hesitantly starts to fire. First shot at. Well, everyone's kind of close, so it's gonna change weapons. So it's gonna interact one action, change weapons to a horse chopper, and the next action it's going to horse chop at Kalodi, which will hit. It's gonna take an action to move up to get between...
You'll need to do the damage to Kalodi before you roll another attack.
Well, it's just gonna spend its action.
Yeah,
14.
okay, so 14 damage.
Ooh.
I'm alright. Maybe.
Oh, Marvolo is not looking well.
I am not looking well.
And last but not least is Goblin Commando 2, which is next to Nexon and Marvolo. So this one is going to horse chop Nexon. That will hit. Nexon comes out with a small scratch on the shoulder. as Marvolo's
my clothes.
slowly just turning into a pile of blood. And then it's going to...
Well, also, for the audience who may not know this little fact, if Kalodi, my puppet, or Malvolo take damage, it's all just one set of hit points.
Yeah, it's a pool of hit points.
Yeah, it's one
Pretty
pool of hit
terrible. And then it's going to... kind of in a weird spot. It could keep swinging.
Doesn't have to.
It doesn't. And I think what it's going to do is actually... it's going to move. I'm trying to do something weird. I'm going to start trying to do something a little weird. So it's going to move. It'll actually be able to get here. And it's going to swing, not on Kalodi, but it's going to try and stab Gormit's head. Because Gormit is yelling and being irrational. So let's see if that hits. It critically failed to stab Gormit's head. So I get a fail card.
Yes, we need the heals.
Gormit does not have a lot of hit points, by the way. That might have taken Gormit out in one shot.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
Keep the healing goblin alive.
Yes.
So, but now it's Nexon's go. Nexon, what would you like to do?
I'm going to pull out a little needle and stab my finger and cast Needle of Vengeance on Rip Nugget. So, wherever he is. So that whenever he attacks Crut, he will take 2 mental damage.
Oh, 2 mental damage. Not like this.
And then I will try to. Oh, that changed what I wanted to do.
Have +1.
Yeah. I don't. I'm gonna just throw my dagger at Stickfoot. Or no, at Rip Nugget as well. So that's a +1. I don't know how to do the +1. But there we go.
15, 16.
Yeah,
Sadly,
so
Rip Nugget is kind of high up and a little. It's getting jostled around, so your dagger goes a little wide, but nothing terrible. Now, we did forget to do the crit miss card, Michael, so if you could just bring that up for the attack on Gormit. I missed that one. I wasn't trying to cheat, I swear.
Very crit miss.
All right, 1, 2, or 3.
2.
All right, it was slashing damage.
Yes.
Momentum. Oh wait, sorry, that's the crit deck
That's-
one.
I'll take it. What does that do? Give me +10 to hit?
No, nothing. All right, the attack you've just dealt deals the same damage to your hardness, as in normal damage to the hardness.
Ah, got it. So their gear is broken. This poor guy's gear just broke his
No
gear.
armor.
No armor for him.
Hmm.
Rain, what would you
Yeah.
like to do?
I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm going to try to produce flame and do a ranged attack on Rip Nugget.
Interesting. Okay.
Showing me Stickfoot instead of hitting Rip Nugget when I hover
I
over it.
apologize. Let me.
It's okay. I just don't want it to roll attack the
There
wrong
you
one.
go. Go ahead.
Here we
So
go.
I move stick for the way. Oh.
Can I use a hero point to try that again?
You may use a hero point to try that again.
I want to do that again. Yes.
Not a problem.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. Now we're doing stuff. Really? That's all my. Hold on. That's all the damage my produced flame does?
Well, it's produce flame, so it's like a banana, a mango, so it's not. Come on, guys. These are the jokes. These are the jokes.
Look, a pineapple is violent and has
I'm
hurt
just
me
saying.
multiple times.
Plus my spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, so that should be 4 for you.
Yeah.
2 plus 2 is 4.
Yeah. Thanks for adding that out loud for me.
No, it's fine. No, I was adding it out loud. Don't take.
2 equals 4, Becca.
No, I was saying, I was making sure that you could say like, no, my spellcasting modifier is like a 4 already, so it's actually 2 plus 4. I do that. Sorry.
Okay.
I wasn't doing it at you. I was doing it more so that you could correct me if I was wrong.
Oh yeah.
And see, I was wrong. It's actually plus. You have a +3. I'm just double checking. So you get-
Oh, okay. I was trying to look for it at the same time. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I was wrong. I'm a bad GM. I should have these numbers automatically in my head.
2 plus 2 equals 4.
Sorry.
2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4.
But you still have one more action. So this flame erupts out of your hand and slams into Rip Nugget. Rip Nugget takes it to the face. One more action.
Okay, for my last action, I want to do that thing that I can do. Titan Wrestler.
So you're gonna like try and grab the goblin next to you?
I'm gonna try to. Can I charge Rip Nugget? with Titan Wrestler?
It's more of like a grappling effect.
Okay. Yeah,
But
grapple.
if you want to charge Rip Nugget to like throw your shoulder into him, that'd be cool. To
Yeah,
knock him
let's go
off.
for that. I want to try that.
Yeah. So you're just gonna run and kind of like drop kick Rip Nugget off of Stickfoot, right? To like clear the two of them.
Yes.
Cool. So let's see. So you're going to make a athletics, which you have a fair amount. So you're just gonna roll athletics, and that's against Rip Nugget's fort save.
Okay. Do you want me to throw the dice on him or just throw it in the box?
Throw it in the box, please.
Aha!
Oh, that is a lot. Yes. So Rip Nugget gets charged by Rain, and that is more than enough to knock Rip Nugget clear off of Stickfoot. So Rip Nugget goes back 5 feet off of Stickfoot. Stickfoot is now free, excited. Its tail whips around, and War Chanter, seeing his brave, fearless leader go flying off of his mount, will run over to aid Rip Nugget, stand Rip Nugget up. So that will be one action. Second action, it's going to aid Rip Nugget to stand Rip Nugget. So Rip Nugget doesn't have to take that action to stand. And its final action, it's going to stab at Crut with a dog slicer, because it only has a dagger. And it hits. That's super surprising. Not enough damage though, with 3 points of damage.
I'm just gonna stare at him.
It's now Gormit goes. Gormit, seeing that he's getting stabbed at by the goblins, ducks back into Kolodi's body as Kolodi's head's bouncing around on the floor somewhere, and Gormit's gonna just yell out, "Fight better, my Longshanks! Fight!"
I'm trying.
And it's back to Rip Nugget's turn. Don't worry about it. Rip Nugget's got this. Rip Nugget's now standed, aided by his loyal War Chanter. Rip Nugget's gonna take a tactical retreat. Yes, that is what he will call it. So as Rip Nugget, 20,
Being a coward?
no, tactical retreat. That's what Rip Nugget's gonna do. Rip Nugget's going
You
to
better run.
start to pull back and says, "Don't worry, my men. Keep fighting. I have faith in you." And yeah, we'll tactically retreat. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and 5.
Is he taking Sticky Foot with him?
No, he did not waste an action to take his pet. He's not the greatest leader. But it is Kolodi and Marvolo's turn.
Malvolo goes, "Don't worry, my friends. Keep fighting." And I'm gonna go in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna look. I'm on 3 hit points. Cut me some slack, okay? Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm going to use Act Together and one other action
Okay.
to begin casting a level 1 spell.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, with Kolodi's action, I'm going to have him stab at the one in front of him away from Rain and Crut.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so that dude.
Make it-
Kolodi can't see. So he is going to kind of wildly swing here.
Yeah. So Kolodi is gonna have the clumsy effect.
Oh, yeah, he is.
That will. Yeah. That's gonna hurt Kolodi a little bit.
Big part on the clumsy there.
Yeah. So Kalodi basically just turns into this. You know those like in martial arts you've got the large thing with like the arms that stick out. That
Oh yeah, the dolls. That's
yeah.
The
So
log.
he's basically just started rotating, swinging. Take this and that, and the head's on the floor going, no, a little to the left. No, duck down. He's under. For God's sake, they're goblins. Okay, stop aiming mid-body. And that is all.
And that is it. All right.
That is it. That's all I got.
Stickfoot. Stickfoot released from the control of Rip Nugget is going to. It is hostile. It is an angry animal. It's gonna lash out and start biting around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, all right, its first attack is gonna be on Rain.
Ah!
All right. That tags Rain pretty devastatingly.
I'm not
Um,
good.
Rain, you start to feel darkness wash over you. Stickfoot is then going to lash out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's gonna attack the goblin next to Krut and Kalodi. And that will miss. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll again.
Of course, it misses the goblin.
Yeah.
And, oh, it's gonna attack the goblin next to Rain. And that will hit. Yep, that takes that goblin out. So
So am I
Rain
like
is,
collapsed on the floor or something?
yeah, you've entered the dying stage.
Actually, sorry, 1 second. The one that was attacking Rain is the one that crit, but he would have died at the start of his turn from the bleed.
Which?
The one that just died.
No, it's that one's
No,
not
it's
attacking.
Stickfoot. Is
Oh, so
Stickfoot.
Stickfoot attacked him. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Lizard
He
boy.
tried to say.
My bad.
So Rain is taking the dying condition. But
I'm gonna just slowly pass out and go, ask for Shadow Mist. And I'm gonna collapse on the floor. Dying wish.
Sandra, it is your go.
So does Rain need to be stabilized?
Rain is in the dying stage. Rain could be stabilized. It would speed things up, or we could go to the dying rules. It's up to you guys.
Our death process is fine.
Yeah, I mean, we
Um,
need to learn it.
No, it's cool. I'll just cast stabilize. Okay, do I need to type it, press it? Okay, I'll cast it on Rain. From the back, considering I've just been chilling in the back here. Oh, where's Rain? Eat. Sorry.
Yeah, you
And
could-
then that guy is not far enough away from me to not be hit by Divine Lance for Rip Nugget. I refuse to let
Oh.
this guy go.
Krut is furious. He wants his blood.
No, because I feel like if we kill that guy, the others will stop.
Must kill Nugget.
Must kill Nuggets.
And I'm going to shout once again. I'm like, give up. Your leader is leaving you behind. Yet command is... And I'm going to see that he's ducked down. I'm like, here.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
That hits. Roll damage, please. 7. Oof. It's rough. Alright.
Is this guy still alive? But
Yeah.
why? This goblin is hardcore.
This goblin's where it's at.
Hey?
Alright.
I wish I had health like this goblin.
Yeah. But it's Krut's turn. Krut.
He is going to chase down Nugs.
Nugs.
He's gonna eat him.
Yep. So you could run over to him, not a problem.
I need a Krut just needs to go to town and just his last 2 actions, just
Yeah, got this.
rip him.
That's not foreboding.
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
there it is.
Hell yeah!
Yes.
Yeah.
Max damage.
Oh god, that feels so good.
Kill him!
I just run and just. Can I just like shoulder charge him into the wall and just squash him?
Yeah, you could kind of plow into him real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you slam shoulder chuck, Rip Nugget. Rip Nugget kind of bounces and onto the floor, and is no longer moving.
Cool. I'm now still fuming with rage. I'm going to lift up the dead body of Rip Nugget and then kind of intimidate the others in this room. Just kind of roar or something, just to.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what happens. So there, you have intimidate, right? You have that skill. That should be under there. Yeah,
I
just
do.
give it a quick roll. It's scary, but not as scary as you would think. Pretty intimidating.
You're cute when you're angry.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're adorable. So Goblin Commando 1 is no longer with the living. Goblin Commando 3 is with the living and is going to turn and say, Rip Nugget's down. I'm now the king. Look, fear me. I will kill them all. And starts to stab at everyone in front of him. And gonna stab at Kalodi.
Oh, he's next.
He's critically missing.
Us. I'm gonna go with the number 2.
There you go.
He hit with a piercing,
Slashing.
slashing. Slashing melee. He is dazzled until the end of his next turn.
Oh,
He's bonked himself in the face.
yeah. Oh. So, I hate.
So what does dazzle do?
So dazzled is pretty freaking terrible. So it all comes with a number, right? So that one is it's dazzled 1, right? So everything is concealed from him. So he has a -2 to swing on everything.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Dazzle, especially if you're the GM, when the players are like, I cast dazzle, or they get dazzled. It's pretty terrible. So Goblin Commando kind of swings at Clody, misses, hits the floor, and then the blunt edge bounces back and slams him in the face, and he stumbles around backwards, ending his turn. But don't worry, Goblin Commando 2 is here and is going to actually do what goblins do best in these situations, and that is try to run. 5, 10, 15, 20, and it goes through a quick pair of double doors, and at the end of that creature's turn, and now it's Nexon's go. Nexon, what would you like to do?
I am going to shout out to. Can I cast something on Kalodi even if I can't see Malvolo?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to just yell to Kalodi, Fate's on your side! So I will give him Nudge Fate. That is
Nice.
action. And
Thanks,
then
Nexon.
I'm gonna look over at the War Chanter and just say, "Oh, bless your heart," and I will cast Phantom Pain on him.
Yes. Oh no! How much damage does that do?
Phantom Pain does. So he's saved. So he takes the initial damage. 2d4 mental damage. So that's 8.
Nice.
Gosh.
It's the incongruency between the nice thing you say and then the mental
Well,
damage that makes it
It's
worse.
it's the if you're Southern, saying "bless your heart" is not a nice thing.
Oh.
He takes 2d4 sarcasm damage.
Psychic.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out, are you being nice? Like,
Oh, she meant that ironically. Oh.
It was irony. No.
And that will be my turn.
So, Rain, you're stabilized. So, until you get hit points, you're just snoozing. You're relaxed. You're not dying. So if someone just kind of needs to feed you a potion or something and then get you right back up.
Because being unconscious from being knocked out is super bad for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, go.
But I'm
to
stabilized good enough, like there.
Yeah, so you're stabilized, and that just means you're not bleeding out, so you don't have to worry about rolling dice and surviving.
Perfect.
But now the war chanter goes, and now it's going to become a battle of wits with Nexon, because did not appreciate that. Irony is not lost on the goblins, and the goblin is going to cast telekinetic projectile at you, Nexon, saying, I'm prettier than you.
Can I counterspell a cantrip?
No, they have to have
Okay.
a spell slot. That's the
Okay.
thing. Sorry.
The goblin a mean girl?
Yes, the goblin is a mean girl. And it hits. So it's going to just deal damage. 1d6.
That vest was so last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
For 6 points of damage.
Ah.
And then it's going to take a few steps back. Kind of 5, 10, 15, right there. Positioning itself kind of away from you. But somehow getting closer to Crut. Gormit is still hiding. Rip Nugget is down. And Kolodi goes.
Okay, so at this point, Malvolo finishes casting his spell.
Yep.
And there's like this kicking at the door just in front of him. As I will cast Summon Construct, or finish casting Summon Construct. And I'm going to summon another tiny Kolodi.
Tiny Kolodi.
This one, however, has green skin, pointed ears, and appears to be Kolodi as a goblin. And I've given something to Eddie to show everyone. As the tiny Kolodi sort of kicks the door in, he turns to everyone and he goes, "What's up? Who am I gonna stab? No one? Huh. Weird. Well, let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, your stupid face!" And little tiny Kolodi will charge at the Goblin War Chanter.
Okay. 1 second. I'm just going to bring in Tiny Kolodi. Was not ready for Tiny Kolodi.
Yes, I need a homunculus, which I think I have somewhere here.
Tiny
Construct.
Kolodi.
Homunculus. There we go. Aha.
I think I have Tiny Kolodi now. Just a moment.
All right.
Tiny Tiny Kalodi. He's tiny.
He is tiny. Okay.
So where is he running to? Who's he getting?
He's gonna get the War Chanter, so I'm moving him to here.
It's so tiny.
Yeah, super tiny. Oh, actually, sorry. Can I change that a little bit? I want to try something, just
Sure.
for fun. All right, Tiny Kalodi is gonna go sit on the throne,
Okay.
and then he's gonna yell out,
Okay, listen, you know the rules. I got here first. I am chief. Bow down.
Work?
Come on, you all know the rules. Weapons down. Me in charge now.
Give me a
"Deception."
deception check. Yeah, deception, please. God,
20.
jeez.
Did I mention that that Malvolo is an expert liar?
Let's see. Their will save. They're going to believe some of the deception that's going on here, as their will is only +5.
Come on, all of you. Put your weapons down. Come on. You two, I see you in the back.
Okay. So we're here now. Okay. So that's it. That's your turn, right? Like.
Oh
is
yeah.
it- That's your turn. So.
Assert authority. That's it.
Assert-
Bigger Kalodi's like, yo, what the hell?
Quiet, you.
Don't you tell me to be quiet.
Now, what you gonna do? Roll over here and bite me? Pfft. Jog on. Oh yeah, your legs are over there.
Tiny Kalodi is way eviler than normal Kalodi.
A little bit.
Just condensed all of that.
Yeah.
Concentrated.
Concentrated version.
Yeah.
And Malvolo's still hiding in that room, whatever that room is. Looks like a bedroom. I'm just gonna just chill here for a bit.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in. I wasn't ready for Tiny Kalodi. I apologize, but it's Stickfoot to go. Stickfoot doesn't speak Goblin. Stickfoot is Stickfoot. So Stickfoot is going to try and eat Kalodi.
Oh no.
Delish.
Actually, hold on. See, Kalodi's not made out of anything edible, so Stickfoot would not want to eat Kalodi. Stickfoot would want to eat delicious meaty things. So let's see what's on the board. So we have Nexon and the Goblin Commando. So 1, 2.
Well, I mean, if he's gonna eat, there's a goblin like right there who's dead and free to eat, and
That
small
is-
enough to swallow.
It
That is
technically
true.
I mean, yeah, super fresh. And you know, I remember someone mentioning that goblins kind of smelt like pickle juice. So I mean, delicious, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be Stickfoot's gonna eat that goblin. You guys got me on that one.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, Stickfoot would look to eat. So it opens its jaw, unhinges its mouth, and starts to do that snake thing where it swallows the creature whole. It's pretty gruesome. It's trying to suck and wiggle the goblin out of its armor, and that's the goblin that had the broken armor to begin with. So it's fairly easy. So it puts like a claw on the armor and starts to tear and just kind of yank the goblin out. This poor goblin. It's getting pretty gross in there. Circle of life though. But Cassandra, it's your go.
I'm going to Divine Lance Stickfoot because it seems like the other goblins are okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and do that. Doo-doo-doo.
Oh, should I mention it now that Stickfoot's a baby?
Oh no, Stickfoot a bait,
I'm joking.
but he like he killed like 2 people. He just try and kill like 2 people.
Yes, that's true. It hits. So roll your damage. Woo! 6 points of damage. So Stickfoot, as Stickfoot's eating this goblin, the energy kind of surrounds and explodes on the Stickfoot, and Stickfoot like rears back, thinking that something has, like maybe the goblin itself is still alive and like trying to poke it. It's unsure, and it's now like hissing and looking around the room. You still have one more action.
I'm going to Nixon, do you look very badly hurt?
I'm okay. I got like a cut and like slightly concussed.
Slightly concussed.
Okay, I'm just gonna I tried to do it on Zoom. I was like pulling my character. I'm just gonna come stand next to you, so to give it more options, and then also next to Rain. And can I drag Rain a little bit closer to us?
Yeah.
So that the lizard doesn't try and eat Rain.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna be like, should we make a joke about how long it took them? Longshanks. We're the ones doing damage. This is not right.
Yes, down with tall people.
But it's still your go.
I am blind. Crud is blind with rage. He's gonna walk up right behind the War Enchanter and just attack him.
The mean girl? The mean girl war chanter?
What? Come on, that was an 18. That's not working. Oh, wait, no, hold up.
Are you secretly rolling it on the Zoom call?
There we go.
Hey!
Yay!
That's damage.
He hit.
That's another one. Another notch on your shield there, on your sword, Crut. And you still have one more action.
I'm just gonna turn and face at the other goblin. And then just attack him as well. He is royally pissed.
There you go. Oh, sadly that one.
I'm just gonna look menacing at him now, just covered in blood.
So it's that goblin's turn. Seeing that everyone that loves is dead, it's going to choose and throw. This was the dazzled one, so it's confused. It doesn't know what it's doing. It's looking around, and it sees the little Pelodi demanding worship, and it's gonna just throw its weapons down and put its hands up and say, "No, no more, no more."
Excellent. Your loyalty pleases me. Now, wrangle the lizard.
Okay.
Do it.
And the goblin's gonna run and jump.
No
on
weapons.
It's just gonna jump on Stickfoot. It's gonna, like, try to tackle Stickfoot. Let's see if this works. It has athletics, so let's see if it can roll it. All right. I rolled fairly high enough for this thing to get on top of Stickfoot. Yeah.
Very well.
A lot.
Yay.
So it's on top of Stickfoot. I'm more surprised by this than anyone else. Nexon, it's your go. So now there's this goblin climbing on top of Stickfoot and trying to grab the reins and yank the reins, and there's a lot of situations happening right now. That is what you see.
Awesome. I'm just gonna yell at Stickfoot as I'm tying a knot. Why don't you hold your horses, and I will cast daze on it. Oh,
Oh, yes.
so it
What happened?
takes 3 mental damage, and it is also stunned 1 due to critical failure. And then, as I'm running by Rain and Cassandra, will be like, "Wish I could do something," and I'm going to just get out of this clump. Just come here.
There you go. This commando. Yeah. Commando is okay. Alright, Rain is down. The War Chanter is down. Gormit now sticks his head out and looks around and says, "What? Who's that little goblin? I'm the Gormit leader, not little goblin."
You are false! Look at you! How tall you are! You are just another Longshank!
No! And you can see Gormit's now confused by being called the Longshank by an evil little goblin, the smaller goblin. In my head, it's like Danny
What
DeVito.
have you become?
Finest thing I've ever seen.
I was promised leadership. Gormit leader now. No.
No. No.
Collodi, Marvolo, and evil Danny DeVito goblin. What would you like to do?
Collodi sort of tries to use his head to sort of roll into the door that's open there over to Malvolo. And I'm going to use 2 actions to heal myself and then repair Collodi.
Okay.
Get some more hit points back, because I don't like being on 3 health.
Yeah, that's rough.
Not a little. All right. So I need to make a crafting check for Collodi. Natural 20.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
That works.
And then I need a medicine check for me, which is 12. So I get 7 hit points back. So that's 2 actions that I spent. My 3rd action, I'm going to command little baby Collodi to actually no, I'm going to command the Collodi body to step away from the stick person. Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right.
Cool.
Yep.
Yes! Work, my minion! If you can tame the lizard, then you shall be captain of the Lizard Riders!
Gormit like yells out and says, "No, captain! I lead now."
You said captain. You can be captain only if you are captain of silence. Captain of the shush.
Stickfoot is going to try to. Stickfoot is stunned. So, Cassandra, what would you like to do?
I'm going to. Okay, so I'm close enough. But I'm actually, yeah, I'm still gonna just divine lance it because my touch spells are fortitude, and I feel like the lizard is very fortitude. It is. Fortitude.
Oh, that is a critical.
Damn.
And then it's like,
Damn.
Get the card.
and then I'm going to shout that you. I'm gonna shout, "You need to be this tall to be leader," and then I'm gonna do like my height and Gorman's height and Nexon's height, and then I'm gonna just like open up my divine lance and I'm like, "Everyone stop!" And I'm just like, and I'm like,
Awesome.
I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah, so the energy explodes down onto Stickfoot stops moving. We are no longer in combat unless you guys are gonna just murder this one goblin commando, and everyone is in shock at the energy that just kind of poured out of Cassandra, and silence just rushes over the field.
Yeah, Krut was ready
Nope.
to kill the other goblin, the last standing goblin, but then seeing what just happened, he just like snaps out of rage and is like, I'll snap.
And then I'm gonna shout to Gormand, and I'm gonna say, "Heal my friends!" And then I'm like, "Oh, if you can't, Marvolo, come heal our friends."
Malvolo comes out. He's like, "All right, who's? Is it over? Are we won? We
You
won!
missed it.
I did. What did I miss? Oh yeah, it was awesome. If I'd have retinas, they'd be gone.
Yeah, it was pretty blinding.
Is the lizard dead, or dying dead?
It is actually excess of a lot. Like if you read the combat chat, it says it's an excess of damage. So it's dead.
Okay. Yep. All right. So I'm going to use. Well, actually, I can't use medicine on these guys yet. But can I use medicine to like revive, like basically stabilize them and revive them?
On who?
Rain. Actually, Rain and any of the goblins who are still alive and not dead, dying dead.
So there is the one that was on Stickfoot. That guy?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah.
The other ones are pretty all dead.
Dead? Okay, yeah. So I'll try and wake up Rain. Because I've used my medicine check, I can't use it for another hour. But yeah, I'll like, you know.
Do you guys, if anyone has potions or stuff like that, that you can use those now? Yeah.
I'll check Rain's bag for some potions.
Those 2 potions we picked up last session, what they were?
Oh, okay.
So,
Cool.
so you guys do have potions.
Yep, I'll pull one down Rain's throat.
Glug.
And then I'll massage her massive like cheeks because I don't know how to make an Alcys swallow. Just you know when you got a dog and you're trying to feed it a pill and it's like just doesn't want to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's that.
So Rain, roll a d6 and add 1, and that's how much hit points you get back.
D6. 5.
So 6. So you kind of come to with a small headache, but you're back to the land of the conscious.
Oh my gosh, what happened? I don't feel good. Why am I on the floor?
Well, that is a long story, but you bravely fought, and the lizard, well, sadly, did not make it. But you are fine.
Goodness, well, thank you all. I'm sure that was not an easy fight in any way.
And I'm just gonna look at Malvolo with my arms folded, and I'm just gonna be like, "And you're telling the story with my eyes." I'm just gonna be like,
Well, that's what I saw.
You fought so hard.
Yeah. I saw Rain and Krut absolutely dominate this battle, and that is the story I will tell, far and wide, to the lands distant and near. They will speak and sing songs of the valor of Rain and Krut.
Yeah, you're gonna tell
"No,
all your
it was team effort for sure."
It was.
Well, most of the team. Looking at Malvolo.
Kalodi looks at Malvolo and crosses his arms. Little tiny baby Kalodi also crosses his arms and looks at Malvolo.
Does Kalodi actually know which direction to look to?
No, he's looking at like a pillar or something.
So now having time to really take in the room, you notice that this large room is decorated with hanging furs along the walls, mostly black and red striped fire pelt skins and various dog pelts. So the fire pelts are the panther that Gormit had. It looks like maybe they were hunted to some kind of extinction at this point. and in some cases, what looks like horse hides.
Bastards.
Four square timbers support the ceiling, their faces studded with dozens of iron spikes, with the lower reaches decorated with dozens of impaled and severed hands in various stages. So you see those 4 pillars that you guys are standing around? Those all have different, like, sized humanoid hands in various stages of decay. To the north, a wooden platform that sits a tiny goblin kolodi. The throne is heaped with tons of dog pelts and horse hides, and horse skulls adorn the armrest, and dog skulls are on the floor around it. That's what you see. That is this area. It's just a horrific area of violence and cruelty to animals.
Yuck.
I hate all of this. We should burn this place down.
Yes, preferably when we're not here.
And when the horse.
I used the wrong voice for that. That was supposed to be Malvola.
Nexon's gonna walk over and just kind of stroke the fire pelts. And like, if anyone's looking, she's gonna try like pulling one down off the wall.
Yes, I love
Look.
it.
Don't let it go to waste, I guess.
I mean, it's a shame. It's so pretty. It would make a wonderful like cloak or hat.
I'm gonna go look somewhere else in the room.
Mini Kalodi is gonna go up to regular Kalodi's body and sort of bang on it to try and get Gormut's attention.
So Gormit like looks around and looks over at the party and can I get out,
No.
please?
No, little baby Kalodi will say,
Now, it seems that we are at a impasse. You see, we have taken this place, and it now belongs to me, Tiny Kalodi. So why should we do anything for you? You were supposed to help us get past the goblins. You did nothing.
Gormit now looks around and looks at everyone and kind of looks at Rain, and then it's like, does Tiny Goblin speak everyone?
Malvolo shakes his head. No.
Oh, no.
I've lost control of that. Don't worry, he only lasts a minute.
Oh. Okay. I get out now, right?
Yes. Yeah, come on out.
I'll get Kalodi and put him back on. And he'll open up his chest and release the tiny druid.
So the little Gormit climbs out and thank you. And Gormit walks over to Rip Nugget's body and yanks the crown off and puts it on Gormit's head. Gormit now
Hey!
leader.
No,
Mhm.
me sit
No,
on throne first. Me leader.
no. You can go sit in the other corner.
Nobody puts Tiny Kalodi in a corner.
He pulls a knife on Rain.
I'm just gonna pick up Tiny Clay and just.
You can feel free to squash him. He crumbles. He's just gone.
Hi, Tiny Kalodi.
Killed party member?
He's fine. That doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count. Some animals don't count.
But it's a baby. It's a baby Kalodi.
Oh man.
You gotta switch your categorization up.
Malvola pulls out a notebook and starts writing down notes. Note to self: do not make tiny puppet goblins.
Nexon, as you're reaching up, taking the fire pelt off the wall, and you take it down and folding it gently to place into your bag, you look down and you notice the symbol, the rune symbol, is glowing again on your skin. Now all of a sudden it seems that there are veins coming out of it, and as everyone kind of looks around on themselves, you know, checking themselves over from combat and killing tiny Kalodi, everyone's symbol is appearing again. This time the symbol seems to be spreading, like veins are coming out of the symbol and spreading deeper into the skin and growing slowly up your body. These were not visible when you came in, and they hadn't been visible, but now they seem to be slowly getting bigger.
What? I'll like
Ooh.
drop the pelt, kind of out of shock.
What is happening? Where is?
Perhaps the Longshanks. I mean, the elf and the priest's daughter, and maybe they're doing something. Because the last time they glowed, someone did something in our space.
What-
Yeah, maybe it's another ritual.
Does it have something to do with Rip Nugget, the crown, the throne?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look at the one surviving goblet, be like, where are the Longshanks and the Brutasmus? Are they here?
That statement of Brutasmus, the last surviving goblin kind of looks over and makes eye contact with Gormit, and Gormit's like, "Tell them the truth. Brutasmus here." And as the goblin is about to say something, a wave of nausea and lightheadedness washes over everyone, and you all pass out. And that's where we'll leave it today.
What?
Ew.
We're gonna get killed by goblins.
No!
Ah!